X is for XG.
Barcelona lead 2-0 in the final of the Super Cup. 18-year-old Gavi opening the scoring with his first El Clasico goal before he set up Robert Lewandowski for his 20th of the season in all competitions. And they are in complete control out in Saudi Arabia. Michael Owen and Owen Hargreaves watching alongside me. And Owen, do you think Xavi is getting the better of the tactical master in Ancelotti here?
Well, so far, I mean, not many people do, but we've seen in the Champions League they've been able to bounce back. But playing Araujo at right back, normally a centre back against Vinicius Junior, playing Gavi, normally a central midfield player, as a winger, you know, and they've got control of the game. Real Madrid haven't created anything, Michael. So you'd have to say for 45 minutes, Xavi's he's leading the charge.
He is, absolutely. He was a master of outnumbering other teams' midfields in his day. It felt just, you were dizzy playing against teams like Barcelona with all those midfield players. And they are the control in that battle. Real Madrid simply can't get the ball to their key players, and that's what they have to do if they're going to get back into this. Vinicius and Benzema, they've hardly had a kick yet. Benzema's had one sighter on goal. Tried to obviously head it back where it came from, just went wide of the post, but they need to get their important players on the ball. But Barcelona at the moment, they're keeping the ball and they're not giving it, so they can't do much about it.
They're so solid defensively, aren't they, as well? We spoke about it before the match started. Just 6 conceded all season, albeit 3 of those were from Real Madrid.
Such a remarkable statistic, and you think about with Araujo and Koundé and Christensen, you know, and Balde from the academy, you wouldn't say, you know, world-class individual defenders, but obviously in front of Ter Stegen, they've done an exceptional job. And again, Real, with all those super players there, they didn't really look like scoring. So, but I think they can hang in there, Real. And if they get another goal back, then we have game on.
So far, Barcelona really enjoying themselves in this final. The second half on the way. There's also plenty of continental football here on BT Sport on 2. Jose Mourinho's Roma are playing Fiorentina in Rome, and in Ligue 1, Rennes are playing the French champions PSG on 3. But now I'm going to hand you back to your commentary team for the second half. It's back to Steve McManaman and Ian Dark.
Yeah, thanks, Lindsay. There's Rodrigo, the young Brazilian. Predictably, he's going to be brought on as they try to chase this game, and we think it's Eduardo Camavinga who's going to make way, with Valverde dropping back into midfield. Big job for Real Madrid, who will have to do a lot better than they did in that first half. Goals by Gavi, who, by the way, became the youngest ever scorer in the Spanish Super Cup at 18 years and 163 days old, and he's the 3rd youngest scorer in Clásicos, behind Ansu Fati and Raul. So a little bit of a landmark for him as well. Barcelona, well, they'll just want more of the same, won't they?
Yeah, they were in complete control. They got the goals that they deserved. It's up to Madrid to do something to get themselves back into the game. But Barcelona were excellent in that first half. Dominant performance.
So on comes Rodrigo, who celebrated his 22nd birthday a few days ago. Recently scored the winner in a cup game against the 3rd-tier side, Casarino. Pretty heavy weather of that, just a 1-0 win, as did Barcelona, beating a team called Intercity, also in the 3rd division, 4-3. Went to extra time.
Went to extra time, yeah. It was a hat-trick scored, wasn't he, by the Intercity centre-forward, Olivia. He scored a hat-trick against Barcelona.
Yeah.
3rd-tier team in Spain.
They might get 1 or 2 offers for him, I think, after that. This Carvajal. Militao. Bit of a problem for Real Madrid with their defence just lately. They certainly are missing David Alaba today. You can see the lack of authority in the defence when he's not around.
Very much so. Big mistake initially by Rudiger, poor ball in, didn't get back. And then Dani Carvajal and Eder Militao for the 2nd goal. Rudiger not getting across to try and close the space for Gavi. So yeah, lots of problems. Need rectifying quickly.
Need to find a couple of goals from somewhere. Remember, extra time and penalties if necessary. We've needed penalties in both the previous games in this Super Cup so far. Rudiger to play it wide. Vinicius looking for the 1-2. Links up well with Modric and Benzema usually. But this is a new season, and people have seen how those 2 or 3 players work together and make plans to combat it. Balde. Valverde's challenge is penalised. Called up very late to Spain's World Cup squad. Balde did get on as well. Busquets, 701st appearance now.
Yeah, superstar.
He's on to the next 100, isn't he, for Barca?
Superstar. We think this will be his last year. If he does play in the Clásico, he'll lead that illustrious list of 46 times above Leo, above Sergio Ramos and the likes. Incredible achievement from him.
Going to get the second yellow card for Christensen, and that's why.
Yeah, easy enough, wasn't it? Quite cynical.
Modric for Real Madrid, and then Toni Kroos says he wants to end his career with Real. Lewandowski.
Oh, that pass was on, wasn't it? Again, Rudiger getting caught out with an awful ball forward.
Frankie de Jong working away with Pedri. Pedri seems to have been around quite a while. He's still only 20. Personnel might have changed a little bit from Messi's time, but that same style is there, the trademark 4-3-3 and the endless passing routines. Busquets looking to play one round the corner to exploit Dembele's pace, but he's not that quick even. I'm sure Xavi will have warned his players, won't he, Steve, about a possible backlash from Real Madrid in the start of the second half.
And if you go back to the game on Thursday, Ian, when they played Betis, they slowed down in the second half, didn't they, and allowed Betis back in the game. I know they're 2-0 up here, and they won't have the same resonance, of course, because they're playing Madrid, but they have to keep the same type of tempo up, the same manner of control.
Barca, who have another Copa del Rey game coming up in midweek, away to Quetta. It's a hectic old schedule, isn't it?
Yeah.
For all the clubs, of course, in this unique year. How about this burst of pace from Alex Balde?
Lovely ball.
Dembele, great ball. Is he going to finish it? No, the legs of Courtois do the job for Real Madrid, but that was sublime from the young fullback Balde.
Yeah, just pace to go past Dani Carvajal. Chose the wrong pass. Chose the right pass, excuse me, into Ousmane Dembele. Good first touch, just doesn't convert with his right foot. But Courtois kept Real Madrid in the game. He could have been out of sight, Barca.
Courtois only kept 2 clean sheets in 10 meetings with Barcelona in Clásicos. Real Madrid, remember, it's worth remembering as well, they have scored in every game this season. They would expect to do so at some point here, but there hasn't been an awful lot of sign of it, not yet. Lewandowski hits the floor. The referee just tells him to get up. Forward by Dani Carvajal, not accurately though. And once you give the ball away to this Barcelona side, it's quite hard to get it back again.
But look at that midfield, Ian. Look at the space in there for the Barcelona players. There's options all the time. Real Madrid have to get closer to them. Try and put pressure on the ball. It's so easy to pick a pass.
Mentioned the Copa del Rey. Villarreal waiting again for Real Madrid in the next round. That's not easy, is it?
No, it's not easy at all. Cuesta should be okay for Barcelona. They're the lowest ranked team left in the tournament. That shouldn't be an issue. But Villarreal beat Real last week in the league. It's going to be difficult for them. They don't need to get knocked out of the Copa del Rey, Madrid, if they lose again tonight. The pressure will start to mount.
Yeah, if they lost here, Real Madrid, it would be 4 defeats in 10 matches, which is not like them. Araujo going to drop one in behind for Dembele. Rudiger's there this time. First time Rudiger's started in a Clásico. He only played 3 minutes of the La Liga clash earlier on in the campaign. Barcelona-Manchester United clash is going to be fascinating, that playoff match. Manchester United themselves, of course, in pretty hot form. Dembele takes on Rudiger, cuts it back. Carvajal is there. There were 3 players in those blue and grenadine stripes, as they're officially known, of Barcelona. The game's sloppy. Ball given away. Busquets. Lewandowski gets there first. And again, the legs of Courtois prevent another Barca goal.
Yeah, difficult chance because the angle was quite acute. It was Rodrigo this time giving the ball away very sloppily. And look at the amount of shirts, just the simple run by Lewandowski. Courtois narrows the angle down, but no pressure on the ball yet again.
It's a bit of a cliche, but it looks to be true here. Barcelona look like they want this a bit more, don't they?
They look younger, they look as if they're a bit more hungry, they look as if they've got more energy in. You can't blame the weather, not tonight.
It's been cool during the week here for the semi-final games, a bit warmer, 16 degrees for the final itself. Not that much different to Spain, in fact.
Not at all.
A bit warmer than England, that's for certain.
Everywhere's warmer than England.
Eder Militao, that's more of what Real Madrid want, a bit more pressure on the ball. He's seen it all before, and he's seen his side come out of some pretty deep holes to prevail in recent times. Rudiger there with the header. He has scored a couple of times already in the all-white of Real Madrid.
Yeah, marshalled by Frenkie de Jong and Andreas Christensen here. He was onside, just do enough to get around and try and put him off Does well, Frankie de Jong.
At least it was the hint of something for Real Madrid. Has to be said, Real Betis gave that defence more of a workout the other night in the semi, didn't they? Here's Dembele. Gavi's made that little run to his right. Close to bring it away, but he's dispossessed. Balde was there quickly. It was a bit of a wasteful ball in after he'd done so well to win it. Off the outside of the boot for Vinicius. His kind of situation, this. And Benzema, ball got rather stuck under his feet.
Yeah, once Vinicius comes into the pitch, just starts to lose control of the ball. The pass to Benzema wasn't good enough.
Carvajal to Modric. Kroos. Goes harmlessly out of play.
But you see there, Ian, nobody in the box, only Benzema as the cross comes in. There's the chance before, Balde just using his pace. Flies past Dani Carvajal.
He tried to stop him, he couldn't.
Yeah, lovely ball to Dembele, one touch. He scored with his right foot against Atletico Madrid. Not this time past Courtois. Did everything right, it's just a really good save.
Here's Carvajal. Real Madrid looking to just up the tempo a little. And they need to do that as well. And the two groans from the Real Madrid contingent in the seats.
Not a lot of tempo, is there, Ian? Not a lot of tempo. Barcelona have got them where they want them. They're just dropping now.
Carvajal trying to find Rodrigo. They haven't managed to get him into the game since he came on. Not yet. Got 8 goals this season, which is a pretty fair return for a player who only got 3 in his first 64 games for the club.
Yeah, you see Alex Balde was just waiting for the contact, and he fell for it. Rodrigo fell for it, falls over, wins the foul, eases the pressure.
He's taken the eye today, Alex Balde. His family are from the Dominican Republic, but he's a Spanish international. Barcelona looking to maintain the intensity of their display. Modric just with us. Modric, who had a busy and deep run again at the World Cup with Croatia. Once again, he was their inspiration. Seems ageless. Rodrigo. Then Benzema. Vinicius. A dummy, but nobody to take advantage. By the way, Benzema has scored in his last 5 games in this competition.
Yeah, Carlo, as you can see, he was out of his technical area having a shout at Vinicius Junior. And again, needs to be more secure with the ball.
Araujo. Dembele all tight on that touchline. Interested to see if there are any new arrivals with Barcelona this January. They say they'll only make a signing if a surprise opportunity presents itself. There has been some talk of Aubameyang going back there.
Yep.
Because it's not working out for him at Chelsea, is it?
No, not at all, no. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if people were to leave Barcelona, as I said. When you read the list of substitutions tonight, and people who can't even get on the bench. They had a lot of free contracts come in who haven't really played a part, so they could leave if they wanted to. Get some money back into the coffers.
Frankie de Jong. He got heavy criticism for not wanting to leave and help the club financially, didn't he, back in the autumn? But he's a fixture in the team again.
Oh, yeah, they treated him abominably, didn't they? Let's be honest. It was a real mess they had in the summer, very unseemly at times.
Picked up by Pedri. Seems to have all the time in the world out there, doesn't he?
Yep.
Araujo towards Dembele. Mendy able to break that up. But no real sign of a Real Madrid comeback in this game, and we're past the hour mark. Dani Ceballos there, who had that long loan with Arsenal. Going to come into the midfield, see if he can just pep up Real Madrid. I think he'll bring a bit of energy to proceedings in there, won't he?
See where Benzema is, though, Ian, trying to pick up the ball just to get a touch, dropping so deep.
Here he is now, linking up with Vinicius. Rodrigo. Vinicius again. Benzema. That was Real Madrid's best move of the game.
And when they start to do things one touch with pace, that's when they look dangerous. It's all been a bit pedestrian-like.
Valverde. You combine that with a couple of shaky moments in defence, and you've got the scoreline you have in front of you. Barcelona, of course, are very happy with that scoreline and look to keep the two-goal cushion intact. I think those faces tell a story.
Yeah.
Luka Modric is going to come off. Barcelona will see that as a little triumph, won't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Ceballos to replace him. They will have to look after him a little bit when they now manage his game time.
I think
Modric.
so. I think so.
I mean, he's as fit as a fiddle, isn't he? And as strong by all accounts. Tremendous trainer. Pedri. They continue to work the angles to Barcelona. Balde. Got a little bit tight there. Just about managed to keep that away from Benzema. Carlo Ancelotti is 5 wins, 4 defeats in Clásicos as a coach. At the moment, looks like that might go to 5-5, but I don't think anybody's counting any chickens yet here. Ceballos is back heel. Vinicius on one of those runs. Mendy He's moving a bit uneasily as he went for that.
Yeah, again, it was nice, just overhit by Vinicius Junior in the end. You can see how much that man's done tonight, Ian. How many saves has Ter Stegen made? Absolutely none, I think.
He's been a virtual spectator, hasn't he, for most of it.
The Benzema header just went wide. Apart from that, he's had the easiest Classico. He's certainly had the easiest 66 minutes of a Classico he's ever had.
He's got 12 clean sheets in 16 matches in La Liga this season. Three-quarter point of the game. Barcelona still looking in comfortable control of this.
See, that's easy, isn't it, to get to that position?
Dembele up against Rudiger here. Tries to turn him inside out. This time Rudiger's the winner, and anyway, a flag goes up.
He was just offside, Dembele, when he made the run, but how easy was it just to play forwards from Barca and put him through?
I think that's yellow for Araujo. No doubts about that one.
Yeah, he just blocks off Vinicius. Easy enough for the ref.
Well, Eder Militao goes for that. Doesn't get anywhere near it. Real opportunity here. Lewandowski to Gavi. 3-0. Pedri arriving. Converts it, and Barcelona are running away with this. It's a bit of a humiliation for Real Madrid.
Yes, it is. Pounced upon yet again. This time from a really poor Dani Ceballos pass across midfield. This ball here, you're taking chances when you do that. Militao out of play. Lewandowski into Gavi. Gavi across into Pedri.
Checking it for a possible offside here.
Yeah, we presume it's on Pedri, Ian Army, so we'll wait and see.
Well, that's not going to tell us, is it, that angle?
It says check complete, Ian, must be okay.
Yep, check complete. Pedri's goal will count. First Classico goal for him as well. Well, there has been a yawning gap between the two sides tonight. It's certainly one to forget for Real Madrid, this. Well, checking Gavi there.
Yeah.
No problem with Pedri.
Nope.
If there had been an offside, it would have been Gavi.
Yeah, he just slows his run up, doesn't he? Again, a goal and 2 assists for Gavi. Really good night for him.
Vinicius trying to do something about it. What a run from the Brazilian. Brilliant piece of play. Couldn't quite finish it off. Kroos is going to have a go. No problem at all for Ter Stegen, who might be actually grateful for a bit of work to do.
Yeah, just warms his hands up a little bit, Ter Stegen. Shot from Toni Kroos, right down the middle.
There's no doubt about it, Real Madrid are rattled. This is a bit of an ego bruiser.
Oh, yes. Big wake-up call for Madrid. They dominated them in the first Classico at the Bernabeu. But since then, Barca have gone top. They're clear by 3 points. And Barcelona are on the process of giving them a hammering here in Saudi Arabia.
Barcelona haven't won the Super Cup since 2018 when they beat Sevilla. Nacho's going to come on, by the way, in a minute. It's Carvajal. Frustrations showing, and Marco Asensio as well. past. Asensio scored in both legs of a Real Madrid win against Barcelona in the final, the 2017 final. Kroos coming off as well. So that's two of the old guard midfield, isn't it? Yeah. Kroos and Modric substituted tonight.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of a problem for Real Madrid in this phase of the season for them, and a bit of hard thinking for Carlo Ancelotti maybe to do. They've just looked a beat or two off it, haven't they, from the word go tonight? You'll know it, of course.
They have, Ian. They look a little bit slow, don't they? All bit, you're scared to say it, but a little bit old. With this very young, fit, energetic Barcelona side led by a 20-year-old and an 18-year-old who've been outstanding tonight.
Well, it's been a man of the match display from Gavi, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So far, the 18-year-old who, just to reiterate, has become the youngest scorer in Super Cup history in Spain. What a career he should have in front of him. He's cut out some of the yellow cards as well, hasn't he now? Got booked an awful lot in his first season diving into challenges. I think they probably had a word about that.
Yeah, he doesn't need to, Ian, because he'll get himself injured, and he's too good. He's too good. You want him fitting well all the time. He doesn't need to tackle.
His Nacho's just come on. Asensio on that good left foot of his. He can hit them. It was not a bad effort.
At least he takes the shot on with a bit of purpose, cutting inside. So he just entered the field, but at least he's being positive.
Always seems to be on the fringe of things, doesn't he, though, for Real Asensio. Much to his frustration. Benzema trying to find Rodrigo. Vinicius has just come inside for a moment or two to see if he can do some damage off that left wing. Lewandowski battling away for it with Eder Militao. Referee's happy enough with that. Maybe sees that as 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah, I think he does.
They meet again in La Liga, by the way, and it could be a crucial one on March the 19th.
Yeah.
It'll be at the Camp Nou. Barcelona at home. I wonder how the league positions will look then. Vinicius again, he's trying to do something about it. He's gone on a few eye-catching solo runs since it went to 3-0. And the Barcelona fans who've had their frustrations over the last couple of years will be enjoying this.
Oh yes, they will. Really rubbing it in. You can hear the olays ringing out even in Riyadh. Look at this, no pressure on the ball, plenty of options, just popping it round.
And you can hear the cheers from the Barcelona contingent. And you will know, Steve, as an ex-Real Madrid player who scored in a Clásico in the Champions League semi-final, how much this will be hurting Real Madrid.
Oh, yes. And the fans, Ian. They won't get a good reception when they get back to Spain, when they get back to Madrid. Not even laying a glove on them here.
Now going through the party pieces, look at that from Busquets.
But no one's close to him, to Busquets. Look, all day long. Just popping it off. Give me the ball, I'll lay it here, move here. And in the end, out of sheer frustration, Rodrigo goes and kicks him.
Well, they've been toying with
they
Real
have.
Madrid over the last couple of minutes. Not taking the mickey, but just knocking the ball around sweetly and saying, well, we're quite enjoying ourselves
Absolutely.
here.
And why not when you're 3-0 up? This Madrid playing that was handball, but it does hit Frenkie de Jong on the hand, but it's not deliberate handball, not at all. Clutching at straws.
Wants a word with Gavi and Ceballos. No further yellow cards administered.
There's the goal, Ian. Is it offside? As you can clearly see, great run by Gavi. He's always looking across, holds his run up, make sure he's onside.
It's a great graphic, isn't it?
Yeah. And then yet again, Rudiger not getting tight enough, has to make that extra yard across, try and cut the angle down so you can't get a cross into the box. But it's been the story of this game. Madrid had just been off it.
Looks simple when you see that graphic, but there's been nothing simple about the offside discussions this weekend.
No.
The Manchester derby. There's Rafinha. He's in his first season with the club, but at the moment, not first choice.
No, it's not first choice. Been very hit and miss, coming on the field for Dembele.
I wonder whether Arsenal, who've been foiled in their attempts to sign Mykhailo Mudryk, who's gone to Chelsea instead, whether they might be maybe interested in looking at Rafinha. There are one or two reports to that effect. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think with their financial problems, players are available at Barcelona. And as I said before, the fact that they've got Dembele, Ansu Fati's fit now, you've got Ferran Torres, they've certainly got enough bodies there to let one go. And it could be Rafinha if the price is right.
The thing with Torres is he's got a few goals in him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Doesn't get on that much. Ceballos playing the 1-2. Better from Real Madrid. Oh, fantastic save. Nearly getting back into it. Rodrigo's effort.
Yeah, nice hit from Rodrigo. Vinicius Junior was just in on his left if he wanted to, but he took the shot on. Good save by ter Stegen.
It's Nacho. I'm surprised if he's got the legs of Balde to get that. Barcelona's ball. Well, he's been a spectator for most of the night, but he was pulled into this save here by Rodrigo.
Yeah, moved a little bit. Simple enough for ter Stegen with his left hand. Yeah, he gets it. He's there, isn't he? Plenty of time. He's there. He just hits him down on the wrist, really. Nice and strong.
This is the 9th time these two clubs have met in the Super Cup, and Real Madrid have won 7 of the previous 8. Barcelona's only win was back in 2012. 5-4 on aggregate. Looks like they're going to be improving that statistic here.
Oh, yeah. And deservedly so.
Minutes to go. Been a stellar night for Barcelona, this. Is there a bit of the World Cup factor in it, do you think, for Real Madrid? They had 12 players at the World Cup, but Barca had 17.
Yeah.
So
I don't think that should be an issue. Madrid have got a couple of injuries, you would say. Probably Alaba and Tchouaméni would have been in the starting 11, where Barcelona haven't, but still, I don't think there's any excuses.
Barcelona might not be finished yet. Lewandowski's got his goal. Koundé. Frenkie de Jong was caught late there. There'll be a yellow card for Valverde.
Yeah, a bit of frustration again. Koundé into Frenkie de Jong, he just flips it round the corner.
We've not seen a lot of Valverde tonight, have we?
No. Not at all. I could say that for a number of Real Madrid players, to be honest, Ian. The Ballon d'Or winner, Benzema's been very quiet, as is Vinicius Junior. Defensively, they certainly haven't been good enough, Madrid.
And another masterly performance in midfield from Sergio Busquets, and this is 45th Clasico.
It's incredible, isn't it? He's talking about it maybe his last year at Barca, following Piqué out, yet he's been imperious tonight.
Ceballos.
Oh, lovely.
Another chance for Barca to counter. Frenkie de Jong playing with great authority in midfield. When you see him in this kind of mood, you can understand why Erik ten Hag was so keen to sign him for Manchester United.
Yeah.
Another player waiting for his first Clasico goal. Here's Fede Valverde trying to feed it through to Vinicius, who'd made that angled run. Gavi. There they are together, those youngsters. Pedri, Gavi, Balde. I'm struggling to recall a pass from Pedri that didn't find its target throughout the whole game. Here's de Jong. Look at the space they've got to operate in here. No real pressure on the ball from Real Madrid, who have the look of a side who just want this over now.
Yep.
Pedri's little clip through to Lewandowski. You'd have to say it. They look a very good side here tonight, don't they?
They've been very impressive, Ian. Very impressive. And they look as if they're getting better and better as a team now that they're settled in and all the players know the positions. At the beginning of the season, it was all a bit of a mess because they had so many new players and so many problems, but they've got down to a way of playing. They've got down to the best 11 stroke 3-4 subs. They don't deviate from that, and they've gone on a really, really good run, and they are impressive.
Yeah, this will be 9 games unbeaten in the current round as well for them. So it's a big job, isn't it, that Manchester United have when they play them in that playoff game. Here's Vinicius again. Asensio. Real Madrid know that the business end of the season, though, comes in April and May, and they'll look to be in far better working order by then. Of course, they often have been. Nacho. Ooh, and that about sums it up for Real Madrid tonight. Don't forget, we've got a really good game for you coming up on Saturday from the Premier League from Anfield. Liverpool have slipped into the middle of the table at home to Chelsea. That's live on BT Sport 1 and Ultimate from 11:30 a.m. next Saturday morning. And a date for your diary, January the 28th, for that big fight between Artur Beterbiev from Russia, the world champion, against Britain's Anthony Yard at light heavyweight. So, tasty looking match, that one. Frenkie de Jong is going off. Stylish from him tonight. And there's Franck Kessié. Helped Milan to win the title in Italy, but he can't get in the Barca team, can he?
No. And Eric Garcia has just entered the pitch as well, Ian, for, as you can see, one of the Rajo's gone off. Had a really good night.
Xavi is on his way to his first trophy as the Barcelona coach, and he'll want more. Lewandowski's seen the keeper off his line and is trying his luck from a long way out, and why not?
Yeah, why not? 3-0 up with 5 minutes to go. Didn't hit it correctly, but yet another mistake from Madrid defensively.
How worrying is this for Real Madrid?
I don't necessarily think it's worrying, because we've seen teams come back after the World Cup and look at a little bit of disarray. In the past, Madrid have struggled in January, funnily enough, and they're certainly struggling at this moment in time, but we've seen them too many times. They bounce back into form. They've got a huge amount of experience. But this is a painful defeat from them, and the fact that they are chasing Barcelona in La Liga, and the next Clásico is going to be at the Nou Camp, they could have problems.
Koundé couldn't get it away. Vinicius picks it up again. He's tried to make something happen over the last 10 minutes or so. Benzema never really got into it tonight. Valverde looking for one of those 25-yard shots that we know he has in his locker.
He's played too deep, hasn't he, Benzema?
Barcelona can just sit on this now because they're going to be picking up a trophy in a few minutes' time. They want to follow it up with the La Liga crown, which they haven't won over the last 3 seasons, and that would be symbolic for them, really, to deliver that particular crown without Messi.
Yeah, that would be the big one, Ian, definitely.
Nice ball in towards Benzema, and Eric Garcia was there just to get an important foot in. Are Real Madrid going to fail to score for the first time this season? Rather looks like it.
Yep. It's been a big week for Barcelona to go to Atletico Madrid at the Metropolitano and win in La Liga, and then to come to Saudi Arabia and go home with the Super Cup. There he is. There's the main man.
Yeah.
Man of the match as far as I'm concerned. Going off, Ansu Fati on.
He scored that fantastic goal the other night. That volley, cross shot against Real Betis. Sergio Roberto as well, long-serving, versatile player. Not for the last few seconds of this. Nacho tried his luck with a header. To Vinicius again, and now Dani Ceballos. Valverde. Real Madrid just looking for a little late bit of consolation at least, because that's all it can be now. But it's been all too late, really, from them.
Yeah. Be interesting to see how Real Madrid respond, Ian. As you said, they've got Villarreal away in the Copa del Rey, then they've got a difficult game next week against Athletic Bilbao, away from home. It's never easy.
Here's Benzema. Comfortable save for Ter Stegen. I'm just thinking, the referee's a dentist tonight. This has been like pulling teeth for Real Madrid.
Hasn't it just?
Sergio Roberto was chasing that one down. Lewandowski still wants another goal. Free kick is given. It's all academic now. They've already started the celebrations there on the Barcelona bench. Hugs for Gavi for his superb display tonight. Goal and 2 assists, so he's involved in all 3 of the Barcelona goals. Back by Eric Garcia. And it's party time for Barcelona.
Yeah, a lot of those players have an experience lifting trophies, Ian. So they'll certainly enjoy this one, especially against their rivals.
They've kept the ball brilliantly all night. Asensio picks it up here for Real Madrid. It's going to be a 14th Super Cup triumph for Barcelona. That is a record in Spain. Here's Rodrigo towards Benzema. Late urgency from Real Madrid, but it's come with the game gone, basically. Valverde. Then Ceballos. Nearly get the goal. Benzema does score late on. And I tell you what, Ter Stegen was absolutely furious about that they didn't get the clean sheet. Real Madrid do get one back by way of a late consolation.
It's Benzema again getting on the score sheet, keeping his run going. Into Dani Ceballos, who pulls it back, picks out Benzema. Good stop initially from Ter Stegen, couldn't do anything about the second. Outside the right foot, always curling away from Ter Stegen by Benzema. Good hit off him.
Which means he scored in 6 Super Cup games running. They're checking it for a possible offside.
Yeah, it was the Dani Ceballos run, wasn't it? I think it was okay.
Yeah, check complete, goal stands. But I don't think it's really going to rain on Barcelona's parade here. That is it. Barcelona win the Spanish Super Cup. They win the Clásico. And in truth, Real Madrid were given a Barca battering here. They ran away with it. They totally outplayed Real Madrid on the night. Benzema's late goal was, well, scant consolation, really, for Real. And Barca deliver a first trophy for Xavi since he took over. And it was richly deserved on the night. First goals ever in the Clásico for Gavi, who was the man of the match, and for Lewandowski, and for Pedri. And Barcelona win by 3-1. And Real Madrid have some thinking to do, because they've now lost 4 of their last 10 games.
Thank you very much to Ian and Steve. Well, the Xavi revolution is gathering pace, securing his first piece of silverware